Are you tired of feeling stuck? Of hearing that voice in your head telling you that you can't do it? What if I told you that every limit you've ever faced is nothing but an illusion? What if you could break through them and unlock a version of yourself you never knew existed? Are you ready to shatter every limit and become the best version of yourself? Limits are self-imposed lies. The only thing holding you back is you. Limits are just excuses wrapped in comfort, and comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you decide that pain, struggle, and failure won't define you, you become unstoppable. Most people live their entire lives trapped by limits. But here's the truth. Those limits are not real. They're mental chains you've locked yourself into. And the worst part, you don't even realize it. How many times have you told yourself, I'm not smart enough, not strong enough, not talented enough? How many times have you backed down because of fear, doubt, or some excuse wrapped in comfort? Every time you do that, you reinforce the lie that you can't go further, that you can't be better. But let me tell you something. You can. Your mind is the only cage. You weren't born with limits. They were given to you by society, by weak people who never push themselves, by your own self-doubt. You've been conditioned to believe in boundaries that don't actually exist. The reality? Your mind is the only cage that exists. The only thing stopping you from running that extra mile, waking up an hour earlier, putting in that extra work, is you. You're either reinforcing your limits or you're shattering them every single day. Push past the mental barriers. Next time your mind tells you, I can't, stop yourself, question it. Why can't you? Are you really at your limit, or is it just discomfort talking? Are you actually incapable, or have you just never tried hard enough? What happens if you push one step further past where you normally quit? Most people never push past that mental wall, so they never realize their full potential. But you have a choice. The next time you think you're done, go 5 minutes longer. The next time you feel like quitting, do one more set. When you want to stay comfortable, force yourself to take action. Daily life application wins small battles. Breaking limits isn't about massive overnight success. It's about winning the small battles every day. Wake up early even when you don't feel like it. Push yourself harder in your workouts, even when it burns. Take on challenges that make you uncomfortable, because growth lives there. Shatter the illusion. The only real limits are the ones you accept. Destroy them. Every day, prove to yourself that you are stronger than the lie. Every day, take one step closer to the strongest version of yourself. No excuses, no limits, just results. Pain is the gateway to strength. Most people quit when it hurts. That's why they stay the same. Pain is a test. Only those who embrace suffering break through limits. When your mind screams stop, that's when you go harder. Most people run from pain. They avoid discomfort, dodge struggle, and stay inside the safe little box they've built for themselves. But let me tell you something. Pain is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Every time you push through pain, you level up. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. Pain is the gateway to real strength, but only if you stop fearing it. The truth about pain, it's a test. Most people think pain is a sign to stop, that discomfort means they're reaching their limit. But pain isn't a stop sign, it's a checkpoint. It's the moment where most people quit and where the strong push forward. Think about it. When do muscles grow? When they're put under stress, torn apart, and forced to rebuild stronger. When does mental toughness develop? When you're uncomfortable, overwhelmed, exhausted, but you keep going anyway. The people who achieve the impossible, the ones who shatter every limit, aren't the ones who avoid pain. They're the ones who embrace it. Push through when it hurts. The next time you feel like stopping, pause. Recognize that moment. That's the exact point where most people give up. But not you, not anymore. When your workout burns and your body screams stop, do one more rep. When your mind says, I can't wake up this early, get out of bed without hesitation. When you hit a wall in your goals, instead of backing off, find a way through. The pain isn't there to break you, it's there to build you. Lean into discomfort. You don't need to go through extreme suffering to build strength, but you do need to lean into discomfort every single day. Take the cold shower, strengthen your discipline. Do the hard workout, build endurance physically and mentally. Have the tough conversation, face your fears head on. The more you condition yourself to handle pain, the less power it has over you. You stop fearing discomfort, and that's when you become unstoppable. Make pain your ally. Pain is either going to break you or make you. You get to decide. You can run from it like everyone else, or you can use it as fuel to build the strongest, hardest, most unstoppable version of yourself. Pain is the gateway to strength. Walk through it. Fear is a lie. Crush it. Fear is the biggest limit you'll ever face. But here's the truth. It's not real. It's a story you tell yourself to stay comfortable. Fear is just weakness trying to control you. The only way to kill fear, run straight at it. Do what scares you until it has no power over you. Comfort is the real enemy. The moment you stop fearing failure, pain, or judgment, you become unstoppable. Fear is the most dangerous limit you'll ever face. It's invisible, but it controls everything. It whispers in your ear, telling you you're not good enough, you'll fail, you're not ready. And if you listen to it, it wins. But here's the truth: fear is a lie. It's not real. It's just a story your mind tells you to keep you comfortable, to keep you weak. And if you want to break limits, if you want to reach your true potential, you have to face fear head on and destroy it. Fear is a mental prison. Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back because of fear? Fear of failure kept you from chasing a goal. Fear of judgment stopped you from speaking up. Fear of discomfort kept you stuck in the same routine. Fear isn't real danger, it's an illusion. It's your mind creating a problem that doesn't exist. The real danger, letting fear control your life. Because the longer you let fear hold you back, the more power it gains. And before you know it, you're trapped, watching opportunities pass you by because you were too afraid to take action. The only way to kill fear? Attack it. Fear feeds on hesitation. The more you wait, the stronger it gets. That's why the moment you feel fear creeping in, you have to act immediately. Afraid of failing? Fail fast and fail often, because that's how you learn. Afraid of discomfort? Throw yourself into it, because that's how you grow. Afraid of looking stupid? Do it anyway, because most people are too busy worrying about themselves to care. The only way to kill fear is to face it, challenge it, and destroy it. Daily life application: make fear your target. Every single day, make it a habit to do something that scares you. Speak up when you normally stay quiet. Take on a challenge that pushes you past your comfort zone. Step toward what makes you uncomfortable, not away from it. Fear only controls people who let it. If you wake up every day and decide to face what scares you, fear loses its grip on you. Fear will not win. Most people spend their lives running from fear, but you're not like most people. You don't run, you attack. Fear is a lie. Break it, crush it, win. Stop waiting, attack your weakness. You'll never feel ready. That's a lie weak people tell themselves. Attack your weaknesses. Chase the hardest, most painful path, because that's where real power is built. So many people are waiting for the perfect moment. They're waiting for the right time to start, for the stars to align, for everything to be in place. But guess what? The perfect moment doesn't exist. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. You need to start right now. Here's the harsh truth. Every time you wait, you're wasting time. The longer you wait, the further behind you get. The only way to move forward, to break your limits, is to attack your weaknesses now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Waiting is a form of excuse. Waiting isn't just a passive action, it's an excuse. It's the story you tell yourself to avoid doing the hard work. And that's what most people do. They hide behind excuses, convincing themselves they'll start later. Later never comes. Think about the weaknesses you've been avoiding. The extra weight you haven't lost because you keep putting off the gym. The skills you haven't developed because you're waiting for a sign to start learning. The goals you haven't reached because you're afraid of failing. Every time you put it off, you're telling yourself that your excuses matter more than your growth. And that's how you stay stuck. Attack what you avoid. If you want to shatter your limits, you have to go after what scares you the most, what you've been avoiding. The things you procrastinate on are exactly the things that will push you the hardest and make you stronger. The moment you attack your weaknesses head on, you force yourself to grow. Afraid of failure? Start that business anyway. Uncomfortable with confrontation? Speak up when you need to. Not confident in your abilities? Take that first step and the confidence will follow. Stop hiding from your weaknesses, lean into them. The moment you stop running from discomfort, you'll realize just how much strength you already have inside you. Take immediate action. You don't need to make huge leaps to break through your limits. Just take action now. Start today, even if it's just a small step, make progress. Stop waiting for perfection. Start with what you have. Face your fears daily. Every time you feel resistance, that's the sign you need to push through. If you're serious about growth, you need to stop waiting for the right time and start right now. The longer you wait, the further away your goals will get. The moment you make the decision to attack your weaknesses, you'll realize that the only limit was the one you created. Attack. Don't wait. The world doesn't wait for you to get comfortable. The time is now. Attack your weaknesses, face your fears, and do it today, because tomorrow is too late. Discipline over motivation, get it done. Motivation is weak, it fades. Discipline is what keeps you in the fight when you don't feel like showing up. Show up every damn day, even when you don't want to. That's how you break limits. Motivation is a temporary feeling, it comes and goes. One day you wake up feeling fired up, ready to take on the world, and the next day, you don't feel like doing anything. You can't rely on motivation, it's unreliable, fleeting, and it will leave you high and dry when you need it most. But here's the difference between the average person and the person who shatters limits. Discipline. Discipline isn't a feeling, it's a choice. It's a commitment you make to show up no matter what. When you're disciplined, you don't wait for the motivation to come knocking on your door. You make the decision to get up and work even when you'd rather stay in bed. You do what needs to be done because you know the work will pay off. Motivation will fail you, but discipline won't. If you rely on motivation, you'll constantly find yourself at the mercy of your feelings. One day you're on top of the world, and the next day you're stuck in a rut. But discipline? Discipline doesn't care about how you feel. It makes you show up every single day, no excuses. If you're tired, show up. If you don't feel like working out, show up. If you're frustrated or discouraged, show up. That's how you build real lasting success. You show up every single day, even when you'd rather not. The power of consistency. Discipline is all about doing the work, even when you don't want to. It's about the small daily actions that compound over time. Think about it. You don't see results after one workout, but after 30, 60, 90 days, you are stronger. You don't see immediate progress in your goals, but when you stay consistent, day in and day out, you make massive strides. That's the power of discipline. It's the quiet, unglamorous work that no one sees, but over time it adds up, and when it does, the results speak for themselves. Make discipline your default. If you want to break limits, start making discipline your default. Here's how. Wake up early, even when you're tired. Set small goals, and don't let excuses derail you. Work even when you don't feel like it. Push yourself past the point of comfort every single day. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. The key is to show up even on the days you'd rather quit. Discipline is freedom. Here's the kicker. Discipline leads to freedom. When you show up day after day, no matter what, you'll reach a point where your discipline becomes second nature. At that point, you won't have to rely on motivation at all. You'll be in control of your actions, your habits, and your success. And that's when limits truly shatter. Discipline over motivation. Every single day, the mind will break before the body controls it. Your body can take it, it's your mind that quits first. Master your mind, master your life. The weak listen to doubt, the strong shatter limits. There's a reason why most people avoid pain. It's uncomfortable, it burns, it pushes you to your limits. But here's the truth. The struggle is the gift. Every challenge, every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, better, and more resilient. If you want to break your limits, you have to embrace the struggle instead of running from it. The pain and difficulty are not the enemy, they are the tools that shape you into the person you are meant to become. So stop avoiding it. Start leaning into it. Struggle is inevitable, growth is optional. No one gets to skip the struggle. Life is full of challenges, that's a fact. You're going to face setbacks, failure, and moments where you want to quit. But here's the key. You get to choose how you respond. When the going gets tough, most people crumble. They give up. They let the difficulty define them. But the warriors, the ones who truly break through their limits, they get stronger. They use the struggle as fuel to push harder, fight longer, and break barriers. Growth lives in the struggle. Imagine this. You're working out, your muscles are sore, and every part of you wants to stop, but you push through. The pain isn't killing you, it's making you stronger. Every rep, every second of discomfort is pushing your body to new heights. The same applies to your mental toughness. When life throws challenges at you, it's easy to buckle under the weight, but the longer you push through, the more your mind develops the resilience it needs to handle even greater obstacles in the future. Without struggle, there is no growth. You cannot become the person you are meant to be without going through the fire. But when you embrace the fire, you come out on the other side stronger and more powerful than ever. Seek out the challenge. Here's the secret to using struggle for growth. Actively seek out challenges that will push you. Take on tasks that scare you. Don't shy away from difficulty. Run toward it. Push through discomfort. Whether it's in your workout, your career, or your relationships, find where you feel resistance and dive in. Face failure head on. When you fail, learn from it, adapt, and keep going. Don't just go through life waiting for things to get easy. The best things in life are on the other side of struggle. The more you challenge yourself, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the closer you get to breaking your limits. Own the struggle. The struggle is part of the process. Don't run from it, own it. Every hardship, every tough moment is an opportunity to grow and become the person you're capable of being. Use it to fuel your rise. The next time life gets tough, remember, the struggle is where the magic happens. You're not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you get back up, stronger and more determined. Embrace the struggle and let it shape you into your greatest self. So what's holding you back? Every limit you face is only temporary, something you can break through with determination, grit, and the will to push past your comfort zone. Yes, you're ready to shatter every limit. You just have to choose to act and start today. I want to hear from you. What's the biggest limit you're ready to break? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and share how you plan to take action. And if you're hungry for more tips on how to break through and level up, check out the next video in this playlist. It's packed with more powerful lessons to help you unlock your full potential. Click the video now and keep going. It's time to shatter every limit. Let's get it.